Welcome to Raising Confident Readers, the Vision Reading Academy podcast, where science meets story and reading takes on a whole new dimension. I'm Krystle, founder of Vision Reading Academy and a research scientist with a passion for decoding how the brain and eyes work together to unlock learning. Around here, we don't do fluff. We dive into real strategies, real results, and the fascinating science behind how kids learn to read, think, and thrive. This isn't vision therapy, and we're not handing out prescriptions, but we are breaking down brain-based tools and research-backed methods that actually help. So whether you're a parent, educator, or just wildly curious about how vision connects to learning, you're in the right place. Let's get nerdy, let's get practical, and most of all, let's get kids thriving.
Welcome to the very first episode of our new podcast. We are happy you've stopped by to join us today. I am very happy to introduce Krystle, the founder of Vision Reading Academy and the regular host of this show. As a dedicated scientist, Krystle has blended her expertise with a passion for education to create an innovative program. Inspired by her daughter's incredible journey, going from struggling with reading to achieving grade-level proficiency in just 3 months, Krystle developed a holistic approach and explores the link between ocular muscle control, its underlying causes, and reading ability. Her transformative methods are empowering people worldwide to overcome reading challenges and unlock their full potential. So, thank you, Krystle, for having me on today.
Yes, thank you for being the host today so that I don't feel awkward talking about myself by myself. All right, so let me introduce you to Leah a little bit. She will have her own podcast episode where we'll interview her and talk about her coaching journey and everything else. So this is Coach Leah Stein. She is a homeschooling mom of 3, a talented writer, and now a certified reading specialist with Vision Reading Academy. With 8 years as a copywriter and her book, A Boy and His Butterfly, to her name, Leah has a gift for storytelling and a passion for supporting families. Her journey with the Academy began when her son faced reading challenges, soaring from a kindergarten to a 5th grade reading level in just 6 months. Leah is dedicated to helping other families overcome similar hurdles and find effective solutions. I'm excited to join her as a co-host for this very first episode.
Thank you for having me again. Just you saying my little snippets of my story, I just already tearing up. So that's a disclaimer we should probably talk about. We tend to cry a lot about our journeys. Krystle, why don't you tell us about your journey with your daughter?
Okay, let's make it so I don't cry. No, we want to keep it real here. We want to keep it so it's laid back and low key, and you can listen and follow along and hear our story as we go along. I started Vision Reading Academy after I had worked with my daughter for almost 5 years. And she got diagnosed dyslexic, ADHD. So I tried the gold standard Orton-Gillingham methods, the gold standard curriculums for dyslexia, and I got nowhere with her. I got absolutely nowhere. I got her barely at a beginning 1st grade reading level. It took me working with her for those almost 5 years going, okay, I have done everything I can as far as everything that I know that's out there. I don't even remember now. It might have been 3 or 4 separate curriculums where I was like, okay, well, maybe it's this curriculum. I'm going to start her back at the kindergarten level because maybe along the way there was something that she missed. There was like a key puzzle piece that she missed. And so I needed to go back and I needed to reteach her everything again. And then it would all click. What's the definition of insanity?
You think over and over and over again, expecting a different result.
Exactly. That's basically where I was at. I finally went, okay, something has to change here. This is not working. I am to the point that I'm going to start making a list of trades for her that she will just pick one of them that I can start teaching her at 10 years old to be able to do so that by the time 18 comes around and she's ready to go out on her own as an adult, she'll have something that she's mastered in order to survive in the world. And I wasn't quite ready to do that. I wasn't quite ready to give up on her because she was brilliant. I could see how brilliant she was. So I knew that it wasn't something that was wrong with her mentally. That's when I was like, okay, I'm going to try different other avenues out there. and I'm going to see if there's something else. Hey guys, before we continue, I want to let you know that for a limited time, Vision Reading Academy is offering free assessments for children who are struggling with reading or learning challenges. If you've been wondering why school feels harder than it should for your child, this is a great opportunity to get clarity and a plan. Visit visionreadingacademy.com to book your free assessment before our spots fill up. Now back to the episode. So I just started talking to different experts. I started talking to a chiropractor, a medical massage therapist, a cranial sacral therapist, a physical therapist, an energy kinesiologist, a reading professor. I started doing all this type of stuff. I had the reading professor take me under his wing and show me things that he does when he works with struggling readers. So I took that and then grabbed everything else from all of the other experts and what they taught me and started experimenting on her. I experimented on my own daughter. It's not like I had to apply for an IRB or anything. I was just trying different methods with my daughter's kids. At this point, what was it going to hurt? I basically threw the entire spaghetti pot at the wall, essentially, and then was hoping that some of the noodles would stick. And it turned out to be incredible for her. Like Leah said, she went from a beginning first grade reading level to reading fifth grade at grade level in 3 months. That was huge. And it was such an accomplishment for her. It immediately skyrocketed her confidence. And she turned into a completely different kid, a kid that I knew that was in there, a kid that I knew that was my child. She came back out because she had been lost for so many years because she kept looking at all of her peers and she kept looking at her friends and she kept going, Mom, I am not good enough as them. I'm stupid. And I knew she wasn't. It was beautiful and fantastic. And I loved seeing it. That's when people started coming to me and going, what did you do? This is incredible. I said, I just did this and this and this and worked with her. And now she's where she's at. And I started going, can you help my kid? Can you help my kid? That's where everything kind of snowballed and grew into an actual company that I really never thought would be something that I needed to create. I was out there to help my child, but then I saw how much it helped my child and how much my mama heart was happy because I saw her happy because she was succeeding and her future was changing. Then that's why I was like, okay, I got to do this for other kids. So here I am.
Yeah, I'm so glad you did because seriously, I'm all tearing up. I got goosebumps because it's so true. It's that mama heart. We're just moms trying to help other moms because that's literally what we are. We are just moms who care about all those little tender hearts that are out there and broken and sad and think they're dumb. The parents think that they're failures for not being able to teach them how to do these things or that the school system failed them. And it's simply not that.
Yes.
And you don't know until you know. But once you know, it's amazing.
Yep, exactly. What this program is that I feel like that it separates it from all other programs out there is because we're not just taking any struggling reader. We understand that there are still going to be struggling readers that it just doesn't click for them because maybe they do have a true dyslexia, which is a cognitive ability, right? Those aren't the ones that we are broadening our horizon and we're helping those kids. We are specifically helping a certain group of kids, and what they have issues with have to do with that specific issue with the myofascial tension of their face, their head, and their neck, which is then the root cause of that ability for their eyes to be able to be functioning like they're supposed to be functioning. So it goes a little bit deeper than even the vision therapy that's out there. We're not vision therapy. It goes beyond that. We are looking at further down the line about what's going on. So we're able to help every single student that comes into our program because it's such a niche thing that we're helping, essentially.
Right. And what I love about the program, on top of all of that, is that it's always growing. We're always adding new things. We're always saying, oh, you know what? This is going to be an exercise that'll help. This will be something that will help strengthen that specific muscle. And I think that is a lot too. It's not cut and dry. And every student gets their own individualized plan based on where they're at. We meet the students where they're at. We don't say, okay, well, you fit into this box or this box or this box. I have two brothers. I do one after another. They're on completely different programs because they don't need the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why when all of the coaches that we have in the program now, when they went through the training, the first thing that I said to them was, this is a research-based program. It's a program that will always ever be evolving and changing because there's going to be new information out there. I do not believe in the term of the science is settled. I feel like that there is always more information out there. There's always more things that we can learn. So that is something that I take very seriously. And I want to make sure that I am continuing to learn things. And the other coaches, they're out there researching too. They're looking for other things too. And we come together and we powwow and we're like, what about this? And what about this exercise? And so it's still evidence-based, right? There's still that aspect of it. So it's not like we're going, let's try this next and let's do this next, right? There's actual evidence behind it, something that we just barely added into the program, which we'll do another episode on it and talk about it. But we got training in how to test for and how to integrate out retained primitive reflexes. If you haven't ever heard of retained primitive reflexes, go look it up. It is a fascinating topic. It's incredible how amazing our bodies are and what our bodies do to help us grow and what our bodies do to even help protect us. There's all those type of things that we're always looking at to make it so our students are advancing even faster through the program because we're putting more of the puzzle pieces together for them to be able to help them. Hey, just a quick heads up. Everything we share here at the Vision Reading Academy podcast is based on real life experience and solid research, but we're not a medical program. We don't do vision therapy or optometry, and nothing we say should be taken as medical advice. If you've got concerns about vision or health, definitely check with a licensed professional.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. And I think another thing that we need to touch on while we're here is that we're not tutoring. We're not reading tutors. I think that's something that's important to get out there right off the bat is that's not what we do. We're not here to tutor your child. It's more than that, way more than that.
Absolutely. But I mean, that doesn't say that if your child is struggling, that you shouldn't come and have them assessed. We offer free assessments. And so it's not something that is going to be taking away from your pocketbook. We offer the free assessment and we will tell you, no, they don't have anything that's going on that we usually look for that we're looking to be able to fix the problem with them. So that's one road that you can then fold off and be like, okay, I've done that. It's not that. It's over. Let's go look at this now, right? At least we'll give you answers. But it's something that we take very seriously. Now, does our program consist of a reading portion to the program? 100%. Because I believe that as we are fixing that myofascial tension, we're getting the eyes to be able to work naturally how they're supposed to be working. After getting rid of all of that, we then make sure that their eyes are being trained to meet at that singular gaze point and to do that through reading, because that is a staple of living. You have to know how to read in order to survive in life, right? Whether it's you're in the grocery store, you're looking at package ingredients, to reading road signs on the road as you are driving. That's why we want to make sure that we do have a reading program portion to our program, but we are not, like Leah said, reading tutors. That's not our main job. We don't teach your child to read. We supplement with helping your child to be able to read, as the mom or the teacher is the one that is then taking what we're doing with that child and then helping them continue on with their reading journey.
I don't know if we have anything else to go over in the initial episode. I think that kind of is a good introduction on what we're going to be doing. Get to know the coaches, get to know us. I think this is a great start to this amazing journey that we're all on together.
I love it. One thing that I wanted to add is give you an overview of kind of what you can expect in some of our other podcast episodes. So we're going to be doing where we're going to break down the science in a lot of things. We're going to be talking about the different methods and scientific stuff that we do throughout our program. We will also be talking about student success stories. So you will be able to hear these stories firsthand. We'll have the coaches be telling the stories. We'll also have parents come on and tell their story as well. It's going to be an emotional but amazing and fulfilling journey. I hope that you stick around and follow us as we continue on our journey. Thanks for tuning in to Raising Confident Readers, the Vision Reading Academy podcast. If today's episode got your gears turning, we'd love for you to subscribe, leave a review, or share it with someone who needs to hear it. I'm Krystle, founder of Vision Reading Academy, reminding you that learning isn't one size fits all, and every child deserves a custom game plan. Until next time, keep it curious, keep it science-based, and as always, keep helping those kiddos thrive.